All right, hey everybody, I've got my computer here. You might see it peeking through the screen a little bit. And today we're going to be talking about why you don't need interior design trends. Hot take. So yeah, you're going to see on Instagram and all over TikTok interior design trends. And today I want to walk you through why you don't need interior design trends and how we can make a space tailored to you that's going to last for years to come so that you don't have to worry about trend turnover. This is something I'm really passionate about because there are so many amazing vintage and repurposed pieces on the market, and you don't necessarily need to recreate your style every year with the new trends. So let's get right into it, and I'm gonna dig into the trends we're seeing for 2023, the trends I've seen in the past, and talk a little bit about why you don't need them. So for starters, I am seeing the trend in 2023 for warm woods. And you've heard me talk about this in the past if you've watched my other videos, but woods are always so contextual. So if you have woods in your home, that is your starting place. While I love the idea of warm woods as a standalone focus, in fact, let's start with the woods that are already in your place and talk about what wood would match it. So, for example, if you have a lot of warm tones in your house already, warm wood's gonna fit right in. Warm wood is with this behind me. It's like got these yellow, golden undertones, and you want to see, does this match your flooring? So that is the thing I would caution you about with this trend of warm woods. Okay, everything is contextual. Let's start with the flooring that you already have and match the woods with the right amount of contrast to those floors you already have in your other pieces. So what I would say is baseline, yeah, let's cross this trend off. Let's start with the woods that you already have in your home and figure out what's a better match than going straight for the warm woods. And the second trend we're seeing this year is gold. Okay, well, last year it was brass, and before that it was rose gold. So yeah, we're all for a spin here with what is the metal of the moment. And what I would say here is go for a mix of all of your favorites. So for example, I think like a polished nickel is gorgeous on a faucet. Or you could mix that with a bronze because it has enough contrast on your other hardware. And really what's most important is that you're going for your taste in your hardware and that it's cohesive with the rest of the messaging that you're sending in your home. So again, what we'll do is we'll take a look at your kitchen cabinets, we'll take a look at your bathrooms, and we will match the hardware to the context. Hardware is one of the easiest things to change out in your house, and it's also one of the more affordable. So that's something we can work on together. Yeah, what I would say is we can cross this one off. No need to go for the gold. We can find something that fits really, really well for both your taste and your space. Is a timeless look and feel and also feels extremely updated. So once again, let's stick away from trends. And then third, I just have such a heart for postmodern, and postmodern is everywhere. You see it everywhere right now. And what I will say is postmodern has such a great sense of humor, but know the difference between good postmodern and bad postmodern. So I think about amazing, great postmodern as something like my coffee table that is, it's got a great sense of humor, it's architectural, it's offering something fun to the space. And I also like pieces that come out of postmodern that are like a little bit witchy, give a nod to brutalism, like this little guy right here. I call him Spidery, but yeah, love that piece. So what I will say is you will see, I think this trend has already passed, but you're gonna see a lot of those like squiggly little lamps, nods to any sort of squiggles, and with any sort of wiry squiggles. I know this is a blanket statement. Stay away from it. It's a trend. It's not timeless. It makes your space, you know, look like it's from the past already. So definitely stay away from the squiggles. So I'm gonna take a look at my little computer and be right back. All right, so the next one that is being referenced is the stripes. And I think this is a little funny because stripes have been around for so long. And I'm gonna give you an example of what I find to be the most successful usage of stripes. So in Old English homes, they incorporate beautiful, thoughtful candy stripes, and it gives the home so much texture. Where I think the stripe trend starts to fall apart are these like big, bold stripes on the wall, or any other statement like that in a big, bold stripe pattern. So what I would recommend is instead of going for a big, bold stripe pattern, these really, really tall stripes, go for something that has historical context, like these small stripes that either come like in a wallpaper or on a pillow or on a bedspread. And in my opinion, even you could even go like a full upholstered couch. Having that historical context to like nod towards where the stripes originated in this older English design, I find that to be so much more cozy and thoughtful and cute. So yeah, offering up again, don't necessarily need these big stripe designs. And I'm going so controversial here, but I cannot stand statement walls. Oh my gosh, can't believe I said it. But yeah, it's taken me a long time to get here, but I think there are so many amazing ways to make your room pop without a statement wall. So for example, what you could do instead of having a statement wall, which offers like so much high contrast with the rest of your space, but not necessarily in a good way, is have a really thoughtful headboard that covers the span of the wall, and in that way like anchors the wall with all of this texture and provides you more storage space and function, and is giving you that statement moment for an otherwise plain room without cluttering the visual. So again, controversial, but stay away from the statement wall. Wow, I can't believe that after years I've arrived here. All right, yeah. Okay, so another trend I'm seeing for this year is plaster, and you can kind of hear me giggling because I do think we're taking the wall textures a little far here, and we're starting to skew towards the 90s Olive Gardens where we had like some sponge treatment going on the walls, and like you all will know what I'm talking about, okay? We all watched our moms doing the sponge treatment. They all got it right, and still it does not age well. So here's what I'll say. I appreciate all of the folks who will go for the in-test out, like the limestone washes that we saw a couple of years ago. But plaster is the same thing. As soon as you put that plaster on the wall, it's gonna look great for a year. And then after that year, you're gonna be like, I'm over it. Like this is something that has blown up, a lot of people are doing, and I don't want any more plaster on my walls. I want my wall back. And that's okay if you're willing to go through that process, but definitely be thoughtful. And instead, what I would offer is like, why not do like some sort of really yummy, cool textured wallpaper, or go for a color, like an unexpected color you wouldn't have chosen. And I have nothing against the plaster itself. It's just more of, I have seen over time that these wall textures can, fade out pretty easily. So yeah, be thoughtful about the way you approach your walls, and that plaster is a trend. We're going for timeless here. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up this video by telling you a little bit about what I don't think are trends and what is sticking for the long haul. And what I am seeing again and again is that sustainable and repurposed materials are sticking. So the more vintage your pieces are, the more likely they're going to stay in style for the long haul. And people are going to ask you where you got it. They're going to wonder because they're going to haven't seen it anywhere. So I've seen that happen in my own home. The pieces that my parents have lent me, or I found in a vintage shop or on Facebook Marketplace, those are the pieces that people gravitate towards because they've seen the couch online. They have seen similar, cake stands or like platters, if you will. And so finding those pieces that are one of a kind through vintage and salvage materials is definitely the way to go, while mixing in things that really fit in with your lifestyle. So here's what I'll add. Definitely reach out if you want to talk a little bit more about how to create a space that is timeless while also contemporary, fits your style, and is of your personality and your daily habits. I would love to talk with you, and yeah, I'm available at rachelpetrieinteriors.com or on Instagram and TikTok, and I'd love to talk with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.